Hey everybody, it's Jason Cruz here once again with the interview, and this time we talked to Dirty Desiree Yanez, the latest
Mhm.
contract winner, women's flyweight. Desiree, you won the contract. How are you feeling?
I feel like it's still a dream. It's crazy. But I'm on cloud nine still. This is a dream come true, literally, and I feel amazing. Amazing.
That is great. That is great. Now, I was just watching your fight against I forgot her first name, but Mazar,
Hmm.
and you dominated the whole fight. Uh, there was uh, there was a point there where you got both of you guys had a wardrobe malfunction and kind of giggled and everything like that. Is there anything that can be done as far as just the uniforms for women fighters?
I normally wear two sports bras, and I was like, we'll be good, and it wasn't. And like that's usually what I do, but I wish there was something. It's funny you say that because I was just talking to somebody about like I was like I need to invent something where that doesn't happen so often because it happens to all of us so much.
Yeah.
But it's also hard to find something that's even comfortable that would keep that from happening too without like suffocating us or whatever. So yeah, definitely need to work on that for
Yeah,
sure.
we
But
do.
that has nothing to do with PFL. That's every promotion
Well,
or
no,
whatever,
yeah. Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
you could invent something and then sell it to everybody. But
That's the goal. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll patent that. Nobody better take that. Okay.
yeah, no one's gonna take that. So let me ask you then. You and I believe it was Lisa Modlin were the two that were picked at the very end there, and it was very much like a reality show kind of thing where you're standing there and the judges talk about how great or good you are. And I don't know what your thoughts were going through, but were you in your mind thinking, why is Sam Darnold, a quarterback in the NFL, deciding my future?
Yes, everybody was asking me about that too. And I'm like, he is an athlete though. So at the end of the day, it's like, why is he being able to decide? But also, like, he has an eye for it naturally, just doesn't probably know that himself. But it's also an entertainment business, just like NFL or anything like that. Like, yeah, Malding got the finish, but I put on a show that was just a little bit more exciting to watch. Not taking anything away from Lisa at all, because she's always exciting to watch. But I think just the fans and people could have like they just wanted more of our fight. I think they would have loved seeing two more rounds out of me and Mazar. So but yeah, it was kind of funny. Like, obviously Paige is a fighter, so that made sense. Megan's a fighter, so that made sense. But yeah, the NFL thing was, it's kind of funny. But at least I got an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing to discredit with Khalifa, but it wasn't like a rapper or someone who, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I make fun because Sam went to USC, so there's that. But obviously, like you said, Megan Anderson and Paige Van Zant, legit fighters. So obviously, they saw your performance, and your fans. The fans
yeah.
voted for you. How did you feel? Obviously, very emotional. But how did you feel once it sunk in that you were getting that contract?
um you know it I cried, and I hate cry. I'm like, God, I'm such an ugly crier too, so it was like embarrassing. So but it was just unreal because the whole week was amazing. Like, the promotion, the vibe, like everything about the fight week was amazing. And I just looked at my fiance and I'm like, it's gonna be our night. Like, I feel it. It's too good. Like, everything feels great, perfect. And so when it happened, it was like unreal. Like, it was like, God, I literally manifested this. I saw it happening right before my eyes. And just when fight night came, I felt so like confident. And I think it showed in my fighting how confident I felt. And so, yeah, it was when they called my name, it was like, yeah, I saw this. And that's just how I know that I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna run with it and do some great things.
Awesome. Well, that's great to hear, and obviously it took a long time for you to work your way up to this point. So obviously, great, good news for hard work as it pays off. Um, What did you do after on that night? I know when I interviewed Amanda Levy and she said they had to settle for like sub sandwiches after the fight because everything was closed. Did you get to go out afterward, or what was the celebration?
Yeah, so a lot of my fiance is from Florida, so
Oh,
all my
good.
family from his side came to my fight, which was awesome. So I got to see like my mother-in-law and a lot of like his aunts and uncles and cousins that are now my aunts, uncles, and cousins. So it was really awesome being able to hang out with them. And we went to this bar like across the street, literally walking
Oh,
distance from the hotel, which was great. And so yeah, we had beers and stuff, but I was so hungry, like so hungry. I hadn't eaten anything since like 4 o'clock because I didn't want to, be full and stuff for the fight. So I was hungry. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm about to go get like a big fat burger at this bar or whatever. We get there, no food. The kitchen's closed. So I'm like drinking, I'm like celebrating, having some beers and stuff. And I'm like, we need to eat. And so Ed's cousin goes and takes us to McDonald's. And my first meal after my fight was McDonald's. McDonald's. But
what's your go-to meal? What is your go-to meal? You like a Big Mac, a
yes,
quarter pounder? What do you want?
I am the chick. I'm a child. Chicken nuggets. Okay, I'm a child.
Four-piece
I'm
chicken McNuggets, barbecue sauce,
The sweet and sour sauce. I
sweet and
don't know
sour.
what is in that. It's like literal crap. I don't understand what's in that. They put something in it. It is so addicting. I can't stand it. I'll put my fries in the sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour. It is good. It is good.
It's
It is
so good. It's so good. But the main thing I was craving was pizza, and I got pizza as soon as we got back home. So
excellent. Well, that's good. That's good to know.
yeah, it was so
Now,
good.
obviously, the real work probably begins. When do you know you are going to be up next in this upcoming season?
Hopefully soon. I know that, when you keep winning with PFL, you fight pretty like 12 weeks after the fights. So I'm hoping I get a call or information in the next couple of weeks and get right back into camp. This is what I've been waiting for. When I was signed with Bellator, I really wasn't fighting much and it wasn't worth it to me. So this is what I've been waiting for. I trained so hard to fight. It's not even about like the money or anything like that. It's I want to fight. Like this is what I'm training to do. So why would I only want to fight once a year? So the fact that I'm going to be fighting regularly, like this is my job now. It's a legit job. It's exciting. So hopefully I get some information in the next couple of weeks for sure.
So, what do you do in this interim? Are you back in the gym full time? Are you ramping it up? Or are you kind of like in that neutral mode, just waiting for when you need to ramp it up?
Yeah, no. So I got back to training today. I actually did a little lifting yesterday. I got back to training today. My teammate is Haley Cowan, and she actually makes her UFC debut March 25th. So I got back into training immediately today, so I can help her be her training partner. We don't have a big team at our gym, so unfortunately, we don't get breaks like that. So we can like help our teammates and things like that. But that only makes me better too. I don't need any breaks. I had enough time off as is. So this is it. Now that PFL's my main home and I got that contract, we're working. So
Now, tell us what. Give your gym a little love. Where are you training out of?
So I train out of Blitz MMA, and it's in Robinson, Texas, or Waco, Texas. And we are a small gym. We're actually a pretty big gym. We have a bunch of members, but as far as fighting team goes, it is very small. The biggest names are right now me and Haley Cowan. She's in the UFC, and I just got signed with PFL. My fiance actually fights. He's undefeated right now, 2-0. And then we have a bunch of amateurs that are only like 20, 22, 23 years old that are making a name for themselves. So yeah, we're growing. We're small, but we are mighty. So we're coming.
How is it as far as you're going to be going up against fighters that are training at the top gyms, your ATs, your extreme coutures, whatnot. How does that match up with your small gym? I assume that you're working with a lot of guys and gals that are look up to you. How do you kind of balance that out as far as when you need to get into that fight mode and be on ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty awesome having a smaller team too, because our coach is focused on us and we get attention from our coach. I know with those big gyms, it's kind of hard to, if you're not a big name or a champion from a big promotion, it's kind of hard to get like that quality time with the coach or even get like that much help. So I think we have an advantage when it comes to fighting big gyms, because those big gyms may have someone like Misha Tate in their corner, but how good is that if you're not getting that like consistency with them throughout your whole camp? You know what I mean? So I think like my coach knows me better than I know myself as a fighter, but that's because he puts effort into my skill every single day instead of going with 30 different coaches every day. And you know what I mean? Just getting thrown all kinds of information. I'm getting thrown one information from one coach who works with me every day. So I think it's kind of, I've fought a lot of people out of a lot of big gyms already. So I think that it doesn't affect me at all any. And it just kind of pumps me up just to know that our gym's so small, but we're hanging with these big gyms and they don't even know our name yet. You know what I mean? So it's pretty awesome.
So I mean, personality, the coach is person, the hands-on work. What do you say to the younger fighters that are on the amateur circuit and want to be fighting the PFL or the UFC or whatnot?
Keep showing up even when you don't want to. There are going to be days where you do not want to show up. There are days where I don't want to show up, and those are the most important days because you got to work through that stuff like mentally, and that's what's going to keep you pushing and get you to where you want to go. That's it. You can't show up and when you don't want to show up, still have a good attitude, like you want to be there, because that's so important. Energy is everything. You know what I mean? What you give out is what you give in, and it's so huge. So yeah, just always be positive no matter what you're going through. Leave your personal stuff at home and go and do work and worry about the other stuff later.
Well, this is going to be fun. PFL women's flyweight season. Dirty Des Yanez is going to be a part of it, so that is going to be awesome. The PFL season starts April 1st. No fooling. You are going to be in the mix somewhere down the road. You'll just get the nod, and once that happens, we'll be interviewing you again and talking about your upcoming fight. So, Desiree, first of all, thank you. Last of all, thank you for your time and congratulations on the PFL
Thank
contract.
you.
We'll be looking forward to watching you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. Take it easy, Desiree. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye bye.